Welcome to NeuroFootball. Xabi Alonso hunts a new Toni Kroos for Real Madrid. Atletico, Spertsyan Lunin talks his future. Donnarumma's emotional PSG farewell, and Chelsea ditch 100 million euros in dead weight. From Bayern's Jackson Snub to Fabrizio Romano's latest scoop, we've got it all. Smash that like button, hit the bell, and subscribe to stay in the transfer loop. Let's dive into the chaos. Bayern Munich have firmly shut down rumors of a move for Chelsea's Nicolas Jackson, and the transfer market is buzzing. Both teams showed their class yesterday. Bayern demolished Leipzig 6-0 with a ruthless display, while Chelsea, under Enzo Maresca's tactical brilliance, crushed West Ham 5-1. But Bayern's sporting director, Max Ebel, didn't mince words. Nicolas Jackson is not an option for Bayern. That's a cold rejection. Chelsea are demanding a staggering 100 million euros for their 23-year-old striker, double his 50 million euros transfer-marked valuation. That price tag is raising eyebrows. Where did the Blues get that figure? Milan, Newcastle and Aston Villa have been linked, but who in their right mind would splash 92 million euros on Jackson? His 14 goals and 5 assists in 35 Premier League games last season show promise, but his finishing lacks consistency, with only 13% shot conversion. Serie A could be a perfect stage for Jackson to shine, especially with Milan, where a loan deal with a €50/6 by option makes more sense than a 9-figure fee. Chelsea's high demands reflect their confidence in their squad depth, boasting 60% possession and 15 shots against West Ham, with Maresca's 4-2-3-1 formation clicking perfectly. Bayern, meanwhile, are happy with their attacking options. From Kane and C, no need to chase Jackson. His future at Stamford Bridge hangs in the balance. Chelsea's owners, led by Todd Bowley, are known for bold transfer moves, having spent over €1 billion since 2022. Selling Jackson could fund new signings, but at €100 million, they're pricing out most suitors. Could a lower fee tempt a club like Newcastle, who need a goal scorer to complement Alexander Isak, or is Milan's slower-paced Serie A a better fit for Jackson to refine his game? The transfer window closes soon, and Chelsea need to decide, hold firm or cash in. Jackson's work rate and dribbling 2.1 successful dribbles per game are undeniable, but his price feels like a stretch. What's his real market value? €50 million, €60 million, or closer to Chelsea's dream figure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Chelsea lower their demands, or is Jackson worth the hype? Let's debate. Atletico Madrid are making waves, targeting Krasnodar's Edward Spertsyan as their next midfield gem. Spanish media report that Atletico have contacted the 25-year-old's entourage, but negotiations are still in the early stages, with no concrete offers yet. Meanwhile, Southampton are hot on his trail, with their coach William Steele admitting negotiations are complex. Everyone's got their own plans. Spertsyan would likely walk into Southampton's starting sheet, potentially becoming a talisman in their 4-4-2 setup. But Atletico offer a shot at La Liga glory under Diego Simeone, though breaking into their midfield is no easy feat. With veterans like Koke and Rodrigo de Paul, plus rising stars like Pablo Barrios, Spertsyan faces stiff competition, but his versatility could see him thrive as a no. 8 or 10. Transfermarkt pegs his value at €25 million, and with his contract expiring in 2026, Krasnodar might accept less, making him an attractive bargain for a Champions League club. Spertsyan's 2024-25 season stats: 10 goals and 8 assists in 28 Russian Premier League games highlight his flair. With 1.2 key passes and 1.5 dribbles per game, Atletico's 55% possession-based style, built on quick transitions, suits his creative spark. But Southampton's rebuilding project guarantees more minutes, crucial for his development at 25. Krasnodar seem ready to cash in this summer, especially after losing other stars, and Spertsyan's Armenian international status adds global appeal. His 2.3 tackles per game show he can handle Simeone's defensive demands, but can he outshine Atletico's established stars? Southampton's mid-table Premier League fight offers a safer bet for regular starts, potentially elevating his value for a future big move. Atletico's interest signals their ambition to refresh their aging midfield, but the risks are higher. Spertsyan might warm the bench initially. Fans are split. Some see him as a future star for Atletico, others think Southampton's the smarter move for now. What's the best path for Spertsyan? Jump to Atletico's high-pressure stage, or build his legacy at Southampton first? Share your predictions in the comments. Let's break down his next move and debate where he'll shine brightest. Gianluigi Donnarumma's emotional farewell to PSG fans after their hard-fought 1-0 win over Angers left everyone teary-eyed. The 26-year-old Italian goalkeeper, a PSG legend with 147 appearances and 65 clean sheets since 2021, is set to leave, and transfer guru Fabrizio Romano dropped a bombshell. Manchester City are working hard to secure his signature, but City are barking at PSG's €50 million asking price, which overshoots his €40 million transfer market valuation, especially since his contract expires in June 2026. Why not stay, pocket his hefty €8 million per year wages, and walk away as a free agent next summer with a massive signing bonus? PSG's new contract offer was a step down from his current deal, pushing him toward the exit. Juventus, Bayern Munich, and even Real Madrid are circling, but City lead the race. Despite Ederson's stellar form, 90% save rate last season, but a year on the bench could derail his 2026 World Cup hopes with Italy, where he's captain. PSG's strategy is clear. They've signed Matvei Safonov from Krasnodar and Lucas Chevalier from Lille, signaling a new era in goal. Safonov's arrival at €20 million, and Chevalier's youth suggest PSG are planning long-term, leaving Donnarumma expendable. His 0.7 goals prevented per game last season show his elite shot-stopping, but sitting out could risk his spot in Luciano Spalletti's Italy squad, especially with rivals like Guglielmo Vicario pushing for selection. Staying at PSG to train without playing might keep him in shape, as David De Gea proved after a year out. But Donnarumma is only 26, prime age for a keeper. A move to City could see him compete with Ederson, but their 4-3-3 system, with 65% possession, demands a keeper comfortable with the ball. Donnarumma's 85% pass accuracy fits. Alternatively, Juventus could offer a return to Italy, ensuring starts. PSG's decision to let him go stunned. Fans, no one saw this coming, especially after his Euro 2020 heroics. Some argue he should stay, secure his wages, and negotiate a dream move in 2026. Others say game time is critical for his career. Manchester City's interest complicates their plans, as Ederson's future is also uncertain with Saudi links. Should Donnarumma chase a new challenge now or play it safe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the best move for GG, and which club suits him most? Let's debate. Real Madrid have set their sights on Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton as their new Toni Kroos, according to AS, and the transfer world is buzzing. The 21-year-old midfielder has caught Xabi Alonso's eye, but Palace are playing hardball, demanding a whopping €80 million, nearly double his €45 million transfer market valuation. Real desperately need a central midfielder after Toni Kroos's retirement and Luka Modric's departure, leaving a gaping hole in their midfield. Wharton's breakout 2024-25 Premier League season, with 3 assists and 2.1 key passes per game in 30 starts, shows his potential as a deep-lying playmaker. But €80 million for a player yet to prove himself at the elite level feels like a massive gamble. Xabi Alonso addressed the rumors, saying, "I'm focused on my squad's potential." Rodrigo's key. Despite rumors, Real are seeking €90 million for their proven star Rodrigo, who scored 10 goals last season. So why overpay for an untested youngster? With Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jude Bellingham already in the squad, Real are building an English core, but Wharton's price tag raises questions. His 60% pass accuracy under pressure and 2.3 tackles per game fit Real's 4-3-3 system, which averages 65% possession, but he's no Kroos yet. Palace know the Premier League's inflated market could fetch even more next summer if Wharton continues his rise, especially with interest from Manchester United and Liverpool. Crystal Palace's strategy is clear. They've seen players like Eberechiez and Michael Allies command huge fees, and Wharton's youth, he's only 21, makes him a hot commodity. Real's transfer spending this summer, including Kylian Mbappe's arrival, has already topped €200 million, so splashing €80 million on Wharton seems risky, especially when they could target cheaper alternatives. Alonso's comments suggest he's content with his current midfield: Bellingham, Federico Valverde, and Eduardo Camavinga, but injuries and fatigue could expose their lack of depth. Wharton's 1.8 interceptions per game and vision draw comparisons to Kroos, but fans are skeptical. Can a Premier League youngster handle the Santiago Bernabeu pressure? If Palace hold firm, Real might need to break the bank or pivot. Should they take the plunge on Wharton, or is the price too steep for a player 2 seasons removed from obscurity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Can Wharton step into Kroos' legendary boots, or should Real look elsewhere? Let's break it down. Andre Lunin is fighting for his Real Madrid future, boldly declaring, "I'll do my best to compete with Courtois." That's some confidence, but the odds are stacked against him. Real's president Florentino Perez once laid it bare, "Won't get as much fame elsewhere as here." Ouch, that's code for "you're the backup." Even if Thibaut Courtois left for, say, a mega money move to Al-Nassr, would Xabi Alonso hand Lunin the no one spot? Highly doubtful. Rumors are swirling about Real targeting Gianluigi Donnarumma, signaling they'd likely buy a new goalkeeper rather than promote. Lunin, the Ukrainian's 10 clean sheets in 25 games last season, with an 80% save rate, prove his talent. But Courtois' world-class 95% save rate and 15 clean sheets in 32 games keep him untouchable. It's a similar story at PSG, where Matvei Safonov was signed as a backup despite Donnarumma's exit, and Lucas Chevalier's arrival pushed Safonov further down the pecking order. Real's possession-heavy style, averaging 65% per game, demands a keeper with elite distribution. Courtois' 90% pass accuracy trumps Lunin's 82%. Lunin's contract runs until 2027, giving him time, but at 26, he's itching for a starting role. A move elsewhere could let him shine. Clubs like Arsenal and Sevilla have been linked in the past. His 0.5 goals prevented per game show he's reliable, but Real's faith lies in Courtois, who's locked in until 2026. Lunin's ambition is admirable, but Perez's word suggests he's valued more for his role as a squad player than a star. Could a transfer to a mid-tier club guarantee him the spotlight he craves? Fans are divided. Some believe he should stay and fight, others think he's wasting his prime. What's your take? Can Lunin ever overtake Courtois, or should he seek a fresh start elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's debate his future.